I'm here to talk about the state of YBA. I can't believe I'm making this video, and I cannot believe I even got the effort to do and edit and just create all this just for a little rant. YBA's World used to be one of my favorite games. I have over 2,000 hours on this game, and quite frankly, I'm just done with it. I've been fucked in the ass over and over and over again. And even when they try to do it right, they still end up missing the goal. It was wide open, and all they had to do was continue, just just to continue. I just update it without ruining the game. But they ended up doing it anyways. I cannot emphasize enough how much I love this game. I may be making this video, but I'll most likely still play, though I will be hating it every single second of the way because it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Why? Why? Let's just start with the obvious. I stopped playing I stopped playing the day they added the new Hamon specs. The old Hamon was my main spec, and frankly, when they removed it and then split all my favorite moves onto 4 different specs, I was not happy. So what I did was made a stream. I rokaed all my skins in the game. I have over 5 maxed out accounts, and I at the time I rokaed the world over heaven, the waifu, the world over heaven, um, you know the the big one, the one you have to get the world over heaven just to even try to unlock it. And if I can find the stream, you'll see it right now. And if you don't see it, then I can't access the VOD. It's pretty hard to just access shit that's years old. Or not years old, but I guess 6 months old or something like that. But I was just sick of it. I was tired of it. Because frankly, they started updating the game around there. But they got rid of my favorite spec, and then the game just felt a little weird after that. So I just stopped playing. I was frankly, it was a problem back then, so it helped. But now I'm here. I came back. I come back expecting, all right, after be it being a mess back then, maybe I'll give it a shot because frankly, I'm bored. I got nothing else to do. It's summer, you know. I come back. I grind out the stands I want, get some skins, the usual. But as you do, you end up hopping into 1v1s because frankly I'm a competitive player. I used to have I think 3 of my alt accounts back in the old leaderboard. This is not the new ranked mode. I know there's a leaderboard for that, but I was top 100 in the old one. I think bottom 3 on 3 of my alt accounts. I worked really hard to do that. It was pretty annoying. Uh, yeah, I was top 100. Oh, audio's there. Sorry. And I tried 1v1ing and I think I was using um GER, one of my favorite stands to use in the game. And last time I used it, it was nerfed to hell. It was still pretty hard to use because frankly the main bread and butter was the life form shot. But they just nerfed this stand to hell. And I've been noticing it with a lot of other stands. And I realize that they've nerfed a lot of stands. Not every stand, but a whole lot of them. Playing a few ranked games, playing a lot, or not a ranked games, but a few 1v1s, not ranked. I've realized there's a few stands that have not been nerfed yet. And frankly, I'm just getting paired up with these stands that haven't been nerfed. In fact, I switched to one of them, the World AU. It hasn't really been nerfed that much. They've nerfed everything. everything to the ground to the point where it just feels so bad to use. And I'm just genuinely upset. They nerfed everything you love. They got rid of some things that you might have enjoyed, and then the thing you like, yeah, that Tusk Act 4, yeah. The nails, let's just make it to where you cannot use them like you used to. But yeah, let's just encourage you to use spin, but then let's nerf spin as well. Genuinely, what has this game become? You used to be able to pick up a stand, pick up any spec, and then be able to run it and do good. In fact, that's what I did a lot of the times. I would just roll a skin and then just run with it. I would run with it. Because frankly, why should I be just playing the most meta thing? That's not how I play. That's not how I do things. I like to run whatever I want whenever I want it. If I want to go play um Purple Haze Hamon, I can go do that and then maybe win a few games. Or I could go run my one of my favorites is White Album. But I cannot do that anymore because one, the specs will not allow you to do that because they've been nerfed to the ground and they actually need a pretty good stand next to it to actually be viable. And yeah, not all the stands have been nerfed, which is a bad thing. If you're gonna nerf a whole lot of stands that a whole lot of people use to the ground, that's a new standard that a lot of the stands have not been nerfed down to. There's a bar. There's a power bar, basically a power scale. I forgot that's the word. Power scale. The power scaling used to be like, let's say the average was the world AU. That's around where like everything's pretty good. The world AU were average. Everything's been nerfed basically down to a 6 pixels level, right? Maybe that's over exaggerating. Maybe the hand or fucking some shit like that. Everything's been nerfed down. But there's a few, they obviously the dev team hasn't updated all the stats. They have, but not completely reworked them like they've been doing with a lot of other ones. Which is these couple of few stands that if you're using the nerfed stands like GR, all these other things, it physically becomes impossible to fight with the shitty ass specs that have been nerfed to the ground and the shitty ass fucking stand that you wanted to run. But no, the meta does not allow you to do that. You can't have fun with the stands you want anymore. Which I think what made YBA the best, what made YBA fun, was you're able to run anything. Why? Why can't you do that anymore? Tell me, why can't I run my The World AU with my Hamon anymore? Hamon has been nerfed to the ground. I tried it. I tried using Hamon. It wasn't the same. I switched to Spin. Spin, this is before the most recent update of Spin. Spin was pretty fucking good. I noticed that it was one of the few specs that have been nerfed to the ground. But guess what? Literally not even a week later, it got nerfed. And this is the video after that patch, and I'm just sitting here. My spin balls aren't even hitting. Like, just the end lag off of these balls are just miserable. It makes the spec unusable and not be, like, have no adaptability. No actual fucking maneuverability and, like, actually creativity. You just have to run away and throw the balls or else you'll get punished because you're fucking end lagged. Even if you hit them, they'll be able to fucking hit you through them. Even with the World AU knives being so overpowered as they are, they cannot power creep me to the levels of some of these stands that haven't been nerfed. And if you're wondering what these stands are, I would say it's Purple Haze, um, The World AU, King Crimson, not Requiem, just King Crimson. Just the stands that have not been nerfed. Magician's Red is one of them. What else? Um. Oh yeah, any newsstand, by the way. Any of the newsstands that come out are broken as hell. I don't know how they set the standard to a low, set the power scaling down, but then release newsstands that are even stronger than the previous power scaling that we used to have before the Hamon update, the Hamon rework. How do you do that? How do you manage that? I love this game dearly, like I said, and just having this frustration with this game makes me want to quit again. Makes me want to Roka my Ghost of the World that I kept secretly from stream. It makes me want to Roka all that shit over again. Because why am I getting absolutely dog shitted on when I used to be top 100 in the game, and I used to be one of the best with my old Hamon. I have over 5 accounts on this game. I would not call myself bad. Maybe you guys think I am bad. I pretty am washed. I am washed now with these new specs, but I used to be pretty good. I'm just I am sad I can't play my favorite stands anymore without getting absolutely dog washed because it's not good. That's not how the game should be. The game should be you should be able to play any stand you want, and if you're good enough, keyword if you're good enough, you should be able to run it, and you can't. By the way, this game you're about to watch, I was 150 peg. Like this fucking shit was miserable. This I'm in a Brazilian server and I'm in Springfield, fucking Missouri, bro. This game is no longer fun. That's what I'm trying to say. And if Paragon or Uzu's watching this, which the chances are they're never gonna watch this. I want you to know that I'm glad you're putting in the effort. Frankly, YBA is my beloved. I would say my top 3 video game along with Elden Ring and Deepoken. I'm not a Roblox goon anymore. I don't play Roblox as much as I used to, but whenever I do hop on, I usually hop on this game. And frankly, not being able to do that anymore makes me sad because having to change my stand every single time I play and that because it's been nerfed to the ground sucks. My favorite stands were Tusk. The Tusk is just horrible now. You can't play it as you used to. Those cooldowns are miserable, and then being able to just block everything anyways after those cooldowns make it miserable. I think what this game needs is one to nerf everything, either nerf everything back to the same power scaling that everything else is at, or buff everything back to the current power scaling that a lot of the stands are still at from the previous one. That Red Hot Chili Peppers AU thing that you're going on right now, that just is just annoying as hell, and somehow is still getting through, not getting nerfed. You need to put in stands that actually apply to stands that you've been nerfed. You've nerfed things so badly, so like basically put them to the gutter, and then expect them to fight against the new and holy. That you expect them to fight against scary monsters that has been avoided nerfs over and over again. Scary Monster is still pretty good, by the way. If you are looking in this video to find a stand to use, Scary Monster is one of them. It just still hasn't been nerfed. What spec you should use in this meta? Boxing. Even after the Haymakers, boxing is still one of the better ones. It's just still I missed the reason why I no longer play boxing anymore either is because I missed my boxing combo, whatever it was called. They removed it, and it was just like so sad. I don't know why. They should have just removed Haymaker. Haymaker was the fucking problem, not that shit. They've just no longer. All the specs are ass, no matter what. Pluck is horrible. God, dude. I remember Pluck being one of the most powerful specs in the game, but the trade off is you don't have no fucking physical defense. Pluck is you just able to block everything. You can't accomplish shit. You just if you have an F button, damn, bro, you win that easily. Anyways, this is my rant. If you're watching it to the end, please tell people to watch to the end more. Go in the comments, do all that jazz. Because frankly, if this gets out and this actually people actually watch this, please fix the game. You cannot continue like this. I'd actually, want to play this game. I want to be able to run my white album and then run with some random spec and be able to do well. Instead of now my white album feeling like I click a button and they're just able to click F and then do shenanigans on me. That'll be it. See you guys.